You do know public indecency is a crime in the state of Utah? It makes me sick how you deviants show up and desecrate this holy place every night. Turn around, hands behind your back.
The family found what they thought was a hot spring and decided to soak in it, but it was actually a septic tank. The two kids thought the smell was a bit off, but their mother insisted it was just the mineral content and that it would draw toxins out of their bodies. She even started smearing it on her face, and the kids followed her lead, rubbing it all over themselves. The mother even tasted it, though it was pretty funky. She didn't think much of it. The father started playing around like it was a human fountain. Suddenly, the older son pulled a piece of toilet paper out of the water, and that's when they realized something was seriously wrong. They scrambled out of there as fast as they could. When they got back to their car, they discovered that someone had smashed the windows and stolen all their luggage. But even this setback didn't dampen their spirits. The family decided to go whitewater rafting next. Unfortunately, their guide had just gone through a bad breakup. Watching the loving couple made him even more depressed. He looked up at the sky and even saw birds flying in pairs. In his frustration, it took them down a route he never tried before. The current was incredibly strong and he lost control of the raft. With a cliff dead ahead, they all had to jump ship. On the road, their son kept whining about wanting to go home, and the wife was clearly fed up too. But the father was determined to make it to the amusement park, no matter what. As he drove with his family, his wife downseat off in the passenger seat. That's when another woman appeared, making flirty faces at him. He waved his wedding ring at her, signaling that he was married, but she just blew him a kiss. He glanced over at his sleeping wife, then looked back, only to find the woman had vanished into thin air. He had no choice but to keep driving. Before long, they ran out of gas and found themselves stranded on the side of a deserted desert road. The father pulled out his remote control, hoping to call for help. He randomly pressed a button and the windshield shattered. He tried another button and the car actually started up, but he'd accidentally activated autopilot mode. The car just drove off without them. The father pressed the remote again, and this time the car exploded on the spot. The whole family started blaming the father. In his anger, he kicked what he thought was a tree branch, but it turned out to be a fire hydrant. The father held in pain. The whole point of this trip was supposed to be family bonding, but instead they'd encountered one disaster after another. Just then, the same truck driver from earlier caught up with them. When he heard about their situation, he offered to give them a ride. The family finally made it to the amusement park, but the place was absolutely packed. They spent forever waiting in lines, and by the time their turn came up, the park was about to close. To make matters worse, some guy with a VIP pass got right in front of them. The father threw a punch at the guy's face, and they started brawling. What started as a one-on-one fight quickly turned into an all-out family feud. In the end, their family won and finally got to ride the roller coaster. But wouldn't you know it, the roller coaster broke down, leaving them stuck in midair. They didn't get rescued until nightfall. The father felt terrible about how the whole trip had turned out. To make it up to his family, he decided to take them to Paris. Who knows what kind of adventures await them next time? We'll see you in the next episode.